What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today I want to talk about Zach Wilson's mystery injury, and we later found out that it was a concussion. He was put in concussion protocol. The reason why I say mystery is because of the reporting structure that was given with this injury. At first, it was dehydration, right? That's the story that we got from the New York Jets, was that he was dehydrated. That's the reason why he was going to the locker room early. Then it was a head injury, but not a concussion. Then he went into concussion protocol, and then he was getting an X-ray. And the story changed a few times. And I'm not guessing the validity or questioning the validity of his injury. The reason why I'm saying it's a mystery injury is because of the reporting structure on it, which I think the Jets did a terrible job on, to be honest with you. I don't think they reported it well, and that's not uncommon for the Jets to misdiagnose injuries, unfortunately. So that's not me blaming Zach Wilson. That's just me reacting to what was a weird story. But we got some more details on the Zach Wilson injury from Zach Wilson's mom, Lisa Wilson. So apparently Zach Wilson left when he started having problems with blurred vision and his depth perception. She posted on Instagram a little bit of a back behind the scenes story, I guess. So let's listen to that and then react to it.
To just fight through it and keep going, and so he could be out there for his guys. And then finally, after one more blow to the head, he really started having problems with blurred vision and his depth perception. And he started really worrying that he was actually going to hurt his team if he stayed out there, because his vision was not right, and you can't play like that.
So it seems like he wanted to stay in, which, again, kudos to him. I appreciate that. The Jets don't have a good quarterback option right now. We saw what happened when they went to Trevor Siemian, which was not very good. He didn't play well at all. Not that Zach Wilson was playing particularly well, but there's a very obvious drop-off going from Zach Wilson to Trevor Siemian. The thing that really jumps out to me is, again, it's the reporting on this. So the concussion symptoms that he was having and wanting to stay in, and then only really leaving after repeated hits. Again, the timeline is what's really getting me here on this story. With concussions and head injuries, these guys always seem to, with concussions or head injuries, the league really wants to take that seriously, as they should, but it's really up to the player to report their symptoms. And, you know, in this case, it took multiple big hits before Zach Wilson reported his symptoms, when it feels like, based on what Lisa Wilson is saying, that he was feeling symptoms before he ended up exiting the game. And again, the reporting, when he exited the game the first time, they were saying that it was dehydration, which, okay, it's Miami. It was 75. It wasn't crazy hot, but normally at that point, like, you go into the half, you get an IV, you're usually good to come back and good to go at that point. And that wasn't the case. Something was very clearly off with him. So again, I don't know if that's on Zach to report earlier on it, or the team to just do a better job with their concussion spotters, or the league to do a better job with their concussion spotters. But again, a really strange story. And now that we get some more details on it, and Robert Saleh spoke yesterday with the team, with the reporters rather, and they asked him about this same story, and he goes, I'm not exactly sure on the communication. I just know that it came from up top, that they wanted to review for a possible head injury, and he was put in the concussion protocol, and that's it. Well, Saleh's timeline is all jacked up on this as well, because that's not what happened. He walked to the locker room first. The team first put out that dehydration, then it was head injury, no concussion, then it was concussion. So again, now what he has to do is get cleared from concussion protocol before the game on Sunday, on Christmas Eve, against the Washington Commanders. Saleh said yesterday that if healthy, he will start. He has to be symptom-free. He then has to practice with the team, and then from there he could get cleared and be good to go for concussion protocol. If he's not good to go, Saleh said yesterday that it would be Trevor Siemian, although there was some interesting rumors going around, and maybe we find out more later today or tomorrow. Later today on the McAfee show, tomorrow when Robert Saleh speaks to the media about Aaron Rodgers. Like it's clear that Rodgers, wants to play, but with them eliminated, I think it's really going to be difficult for them to put him out there. And I personally, at this point, I don't see the point. But regardless, Zach Wilson now has to clear concussion protocol before he would be cleared to go. It probably gives them the best chance to win over guys like Trevor Siemian and Brett Rippon. And it's what a disaster. For the final 3 games, it's going to be kind of just ride it out, just wait for it to be over, and then it's off-season time. Time to thrive. December Jets football. Gotta love it. So that's the interesting story from yesterday into today on the communication of the Zach Wilson injury. Again, we got some more details from the injury with Lisa Wilson coming out and saying that he had, blurred vision, and he had issues with depth perception, and that's what caused him to leave. So that's going to do it for me in this video. Please make sure before you go, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, share with a friend. It really helps. I appreciate you guys. Couldn't do it without you guys, so I appreciate you. Once again, I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.